Welcome in, everybody. This is the top 5 running backs of Week 6 on OwnersBox DFS. If you have not played OwnersBox, OwnersBox is the best place to play daily fantasy sports. No kickers, no defense, super flex, so you can have 2 quarterbacks. You can do 2 stacks. If you decide to use OwnersBox, use code MENLY. Click the link in our description. Go play it. Go try it out. Our honorable mentions are Nick Chubb, Leonard Fournette, and if you're looking for some value, Raheem Mostert is still really cheap against the Vikes, and Ramondre Stevenson, Damian Harris is out, so he's worth looking into. Without further ado, we will jump into the top 5. First up, number 5 is Saquon Barkley. Soda, what are your thoughts on Barkley?
Saquon Barkley has been an absolute workhorse for the Giants, and it's kind of funny because Brian DeBall did not run the ball much with the Bills, but he is loving his workhorse in Saquon. He is going to get carries. He's going to get receptions. They are going to go through him. He's just going to be the featured back. Easy number 5 for me. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, 21.1 points a game, fantasy points a game on OwnersBox. That's good enough for third in the league. He's just right behind Nick Chubb. He's carrying the ball 19 times a game. Last week was his quietest week, so I think he is due to just go ballistic this week against Baltimore, who does not have a great run defense.
And that's the other thing, too. You want to slow Baltimore down if you can. You want to keep your offense off the field so there's going to be a high focus on the run game for them.
Absolutely. And that brings us to number 4, Aaron Jones. I like Aaron Jones this week because he is going against the number 32 defense in points allowed to running backs. And he also had a very quiet week last week against the Giants. 13 carries, 63 yards, 2 receptions for 17 yards. He's getting 63% of the snaps still. He gets more red zone touches than his counterpart, A.J. Dillon. So we love Aaron Jones this week.
Love how you're backing up with the stats there. For me, this is an easy one. Aaron Jones has been the player that either kills me in fantasy or I win because of him, especially in DFS because when I don't take him, he always has a big game for someone else. But this week I'm going to be ahead of the curve. He is due for a big game, maybe a 2-3 touchdowner, and I think he's going to be featured quite a bit.
Yeah. I think the media misses talking about the Packers after their loss. I think we're going to get a nice little relaxed game from the Packers, and I think they're going to get a big win in Lambeau against the Jets. Moving on to number 3, we got Jeff Wilson.
Don't you feel like
of the San Francisco 49ers.
Don't you feel like he's probably underpriced?
I do. I feel like he's a little underpriced at $5,800. This is the cheapest player that we have in our top 5. They run the ball a lot. He's got other players on the team that are getting a lot of carries, but Jeff Wilson is proving himself to be able to be the workhorse back, and the low snap percentage doesn't scare me a ton, especially against this Atlanta defense that the Bucs just went off against. Leonard Fournette just had a huge game against them, so I think Jeff Wilson could do the same.
Who's there? I mean, who else do they have at back? Isn't he their featured passing down back too? Do they have another featured pass down?
So they have, obviously they use Kyle Juszczyk, which is annoying. Ty Davis Price, I see he's listed as questionable here. And then they also have Jordan Mason. They also were using Tevin Coleman last week, I believe.
Yeah, where's he at?
Does that sound correct?
That's who I was thinking of.
He's not listed on here. I saw a report that they might have sent him back down to the practice squad, but I'm not sure. So keep an eye out for Tevin Coleman, but it's looking like Jeff Wilson is going to be the feature back and probably the only back really available to you on OwnersBox as far as the Niners go.
Honestly, I love that they sent Tevin Coleman down. That's just a good sign that they believe in Jeff Wilson and he's going to be featured a lot. Love it.
Yes, sir. Our number 2 running back is one of my favorite players as a Vikings fan, Dalvin Cook. Soda, I'll let you start with Dalvin. You were high on him this week.
Yeah, Dalvin was someone I had to talk you in, but if you think about the game script here, Dolphins looking like they're probably going to have to start Skylar Thompson at quarterback. I'm not loving their chances. This should be a walkaway win for the Vikings. We know how that goes as Vikings fans sometimes, but really they should be in control. Dalvin should be highly featured. He's had some good games this year too. You see in his game log he hasn't broken 100 yet, but this could be the week.
This is the game to do it. Yeah, with Skylar Thompson playing, you hope that the Vikings jump out to an early lead and then they can just run it down their throat with Dalvin. He had that shoulder injury, and when he wears that shoulder harness, he seems like a different animal. It's like he has a bionic arm. So he's been a beast with that thing on. You see Miami is ranked 22nd against the running back, so Dalvin Cook could be in for a huge week this week, and that's why he's our number 2 running back. That leads us to our number 1. Before we get to that number 1, guys, like and subscribe. Let's get some more viewers on this video. This is the number 1 place to go for OwnersBox information. But our number 1 running back this week is Saints running back Alvin Kamara. Soda, what are your thoughts on Kamara this week?
He's healthy. No matter who's playing quarterback for him, it really doesn't matter. Taysom Hill, Andy Dalton, James Winston, I don't care. Alvin Kamara proved he's healthy last week. There's no reason that he's not going to be heavily featured because they don't know what they're getting at quarterback, and the run game is going to be very present. And I love his pass catching ability too.
Yeah, guys, a lot of people are going to be chasing Taysom Hill after last week, but Alvin Kamara is the guy to have in this Saints offense. 23 carries last week, coming off of injury with 6 receptions. He is going to have a huge week against Cincinnati. Alvin Kamara is our number 1 running back. He has 0 touchdowns, and he is due for one this week. So to recap our top 5 running backs, number 5, Saquon Barkley, number 4, Aaron Jones, number 3, Jeff Wilson, number 2, Dalvin Cook, and number 1, Alvin Kamara. We hope everybody has a great week over on OwnersBox. Stay manly, everybody.